Media Group.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. I'm Kellie Raspberry Evans, reunited, and it feels so good. Here I am with my husband and podcast co-host and third-time Iron Butt champion, Alan Evans.
A train in the house. A train in the house. A train in the house.
Yes. Oh, you said it 3 times for 3 times on the butt.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. A champion, huh?
Well,
3-time
what
Iron
else
Butt
you call
champion.
What else do you call it? It's like you're only competing against yourself and you won.
Well,
you're competing against time, elements, fatigue, mental stress.
yes.
So you're a champion.
And we'll explain a little bit of this in this podcast if you're so interested. But as I was explaining Iron Butt to my sweet wife after I got done, telling her everything I had been through and how proud I was to earn another patch and sticker and certificate.
Yeah.
You kind of said, huh? It's kind of like you're a Boy Scout.
I said, this is the adult version of Boy Scouts where you earn patches.
Kind of a clapback. That's okay.
It's not a clapback.
Kind of. It's all right.
But it's true. You
That's
do
fine.
this to earn patches
I do.
that you stitch or get somebody to sew on, because I don't know how to do that with, on your jacket, just like Boy Scouts do on their little vests and sashes.
Well, that's not the reason. That's one of the reasons.
That shows you've accomplished.
It shows you've accomplished
Yeah.
it. But Kellie,
how is that not the
well,
same
because you've
thing?
asked me before, you're like, why would you do a challenge like this? If you don't know what we're talking about, good, strong, dear, sweet, clean listener, if you've listened in the past, I have done these motorcycle riding challenges called the Iron Butt. And the ones in particular that I have done are called the Saddle Sore 1000, which means you have to go 1,000 miles in less than 24 hours.
And you document it by going to the gas station.
The clock starts when you get your gas receipt. You take a picture of that receipt next to your odometer.
Yeah.
And that's when the 24-hour clock starts.
And you hope that the gas station timer is correct. What if the clock is wrong?
Then you have to note that on your receipt. But usually they're right. But so you have 24 hours from that point to get in 1,000 miles. It sounds like, I guess that sounds kind of easy. It is not.
It's different riding.
Very difficult.
If you did it even in a car, just staying awake, because you're in a comfortable position, you still get a little sore moving around, but you've got, air conditioning, you've got music and all that stuff. In a car, 1,000 miles in 24 hours, that sounds like a lot. But when you're getting beat up by wind and bugs and other vehicles that don't necessarily see you like they do other cars, it's a lot harder.
Yeah, there's a lot of and one thing I like about it is like you said, it's a mental challenge, it's a physical challenge. There's a little strategy involved too to do it. I mean, it's not a race. Like, you don't finish the Iron Butt by speeding the whole way. You do it by being super steady and consistent and not stopping very much. Yeah. Or when you do stop, you're not dilly-dallying around. You go to the bathroom, get a Gatorade, and then go.
And you do stop at a hotel for a little shut-eye.
Yeah. So the first night, I guess we'll launch right into it, babe. I went up to Sturgis, and then you have a story to tell about moving Emma Kellie in, right?
Yeah, but I thought you were going to go ahead and launch into your Sturgis.
That's what I just.
Oh, I thought you were going to go ahead and start telling.
No. That's what I just said. I was going to launch into my story, but I don't think you're listening to me.
Well, no, then I thought when you said, but then you moved your daughter into college, and I thought you wanted me to start telling that story. But no, tell your story.
I'm trying.
I don't understand. What's the problem?
So I went up to Sturgis, South Dakota for the 85th motorcycle rally. And the reason I went, a couple of reasons I went. One was to help our friend Patrick with Operation Once in a Lifetime. He goes up there every year and raises money for his charity, and we sell T-shirts and we talk about the charity and visit with a lot of veterans and first responders and firemen, and it's really a great experience. That's one reason. Another reason, he was raffling off a Corvette, and he still is.
Yeah, you can still get tickets.
So if you want to buy tickets to win this Corvette, it's a 2025 Corvette convertible, and it's got all these Buck Rogers, Gee Whiz, features on it. It's crazy how much technology this thing has on it. But yeah, go to his Facebook page, Operation Once in a Lifetime. You'll see links to buy tickets, raffle tickets.
And you don't have to be present to win.
No, you don't, and you can raise, and it helps him raise money
But they do
for the charity.
Usually over Memorial. When do they do this? Memorial Day weekend.
I think Veterans Day.
Veterans Day weekend. Okay,
I think.
Anyway, they do it live on Facebook to keep it above board and legal reasons, so you don't have to be there. But anyway, while you were in Sturgis, you had a few interesting sightings.
I did.
Well, there was rumors that Kevin Costner was there. Did we talk about this on the last podcast?
No, I don't think
I can't remember what was off air and
yeah.
On
So anyway, I rode up there and I split it up in 2 days. I went the long way going up, so I went through Armadillo. I went through New Mexico.
And you went through Colorado.
I went through Colorado.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't want you to forget telling that
No,
part.
I wasn't going to.
Just
This
in
is
case.
this is right where I'm going right now. And I have a buddy who lives in Colorado that I haven't seen for 17 years. And I don't think I've ever talked about him on the podcast. I don't know why.
Never really talked to me about him.
I know he's a dear friend of mine. His name
was
and still is, but his name's Todd. And I met Todd. He was the first guy I met at Texas Tech University. I remember going up to my room, opened the door. It was empty. I'm bringing in my, sheets and clothes and stuff. And then I hear on the door this knock. There's this guy standing there. He's got spiked frosted tips on the top and like a long mullet, like curly in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And he introduced himself. And his name's Todd, and he's Italian. And
I'm Todd, and I'm Italian.
Pretty much. And we just hit it off.
Why was he knocking on your door?
Because he was moving in the room right across from us.
He just wanted to introduce himself?
Mm-hmm. I was 6'2", he was 6'4". So I had a roommate that I met later in the day, and he was rooming with a buddy that he went to high school with.
Mm-hmm.
And we all became friends, And so I met Todd when I was 17, and he was actually the best man in my first wedding. And we figured the last time we spoke, or the last time I saw him, was when Cole was an infant. He remembers us being at a get together at a friend's house, and Cole was there, but Cole was a baby. So that would have been 17 years ago.
Yeah.
And then not long after that, he moved to Colorado, and I don't know what happened, babe. I've tried to explain it to Kelly. It's not like we had any kind of falling out or any kind of argument or anything like that. We never did, but we just stopped communicating. It was the weirdest thing, and years went by. I went through a bunch of life changes.
Didn't invite him to your second wedding, and he was in the first one.
Yeah, I know. Met Kelly, got married. 8 more years goes by. And what's crazy is the day Ozzy Osbourne passed away, he texted me because we used to play a lot of Nintendo together and listen to heavy metal, listen to music. And he texted me and he goes, I'm just wondering if this is still Alan's number. And did you hear about Ozzy, if this is Alan's number? And I said, dude, yes, it's me. I'm here.
Yeah, it's a good thing you didn't change your number after all these years.
I know. So anyway, I know I'm talking a lot and making
No, it's not too much.
A short story long. But anyway, we reconnected. I told him, look, I'm going up to the Sturgis rally. I do it every year, and I go through Colorado every year. And I've thought about you as I've gone up there, but I just didn't know like where you were, and I didn't. So anyhow, on the way up there, I pulled off in Loveland, Colorado, and he is now the owner operator of 2 Chick-fil-A's. He went to school at Tech for hotel restaurant management, and he's been doing that his entire life, managing restaurants. And now he owns 2 Chick-fil-A's, which is a big deal. So I got to Chick-fil-A in Loveland, and it was in the morning, the second day, morning of my trip up there. And I walked into the Chick-fil-A, and all the girls that were working there, younger girls working there, they're all kind of looking at me and kind of smiling and giggling, And I was like, walked up and I said, hey, my name is Alan. I'm here to see Todd, my friend Todd. And they go, oh, we've been expecting you. What do you want to eat? So
Oh.
they got me Chick-fil-A breakfast.
For free?
For free.
Wow.
And then Todd came out with this big booming Italian voice. Hey, don't give this guy anything free, okay? Nothing free for this guy. And then we hugged and
Did you cry a little?
No. It was really, really good to see him though. And he took me around the restaurant and showed me how it works. And I got to go back in the kitchen and back in the freezers, and he showed me everything, how they make the food. And it was
very
really
interesting. Yeah.
Very, very interesting. But
it's sort of like you're a Boy Scout during a tour to get a patch.
Yeah, kind of.
You are going to love Legacy Box. You know, becoming a parent changes how you look at memories. While we're savoring and saving every moment with our kids, suddenly you start to realize a lot of important memories from our childhood. They're trapped on VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, photo albums, crammed into boxes labeled "Do Not Throw Away" and shoved into an attic. Those are at risk of being destroyed by heat, moisture, disaster, time. And once they're gone, they're gone. That's why you need Legacy Box now. They are the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos. And the process is so simple. They send you a Legacy Box and you fill it up with old VHS tapes, pictures, film reels, slides, DVDs, whatever you've got. Their team in Tennessee carefully digitizes it all by hand. They send you back the originals plus digital files on the cloud or a thumb drive. Ordering a Legacy Box is one of the best things I've done for my family, because now instead of just telling my kids about that crazy vacation I took to the mountains when I was a kid, I get to show them and relive it with them. And right now, during Legacy Box's Father's Day sale, you can save big while preserving your family's history. Visit legacybox.com/sandwich to get started today. That's legacybox.com/sandwich. It's the little things that make a big difference in how I feel. Now, for me right now, it's about stretching. I didn't realize how stiff I was until I started doing it. I love when I can stretch a little further than before. It makes me feel refreshed when I'm done. And you know, a little makeup refresh can make all the difference too with Thrive Cosmetics, my go-to clean makeup routine year-round. Now, of course, their brilliant eye brightener and Stella champagne is always in my makeup bag. Actually, I need to reorder more. I'm almost out. But it comes in 32 shades, and the Shenna Mint Green Shimmer looks really fun for summer. Their Empower Matte Precision Lipstick Crayon, it's really amazing. It gives you a beautiful color that lasts without feeling dry. They have 18 buildable shades, and I love the Dusty Rose Kaiza color. I think that's how you pronounce it. But the best part, for every product you buy, Thrive donates products and funds to help communities thrive. So far, they've given over $150 million in products and cash to over 600 giving partners. This is beauty with purpose. Amplify your summer look with Thrive Cosmetics. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/sandwich for an exclusive 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich. You can't scroll your phone for more than 30 seconds without seeing somebody talking about GLP-1s. Maybe you've been close to trying them, but you're not a needle person, or maybe you're looking for a natural alternative. Well, let me introduce you to our podcast sponsor, Veracity. Their Metabolism Ignite, it's a natural plant-based GLP-1 alternative that is doctor recommended and clinically proven to help reduce hunger. Just 2 capsules with breakfast every morning. It's all you need. And one of the first things I noticed was I wasn't thinking about food all day, that food noise you always are constantly battling. Metabolism Ignite has no allergens, no caffeine, no negative side effects, and we love that. It's shown to reduce hunger by 85% and clinically proven to help lose an average of 9 pounds in 90 days. We really love that. Look, this stuff is sold out 10 times for a reason. So before it sells out again, make the switch to GLP-1s the natural way. Head to veracityhealth.co and use sandwich for up to 65% off your order. Once again, that's VERACITY health.co for up to 65% off. Make sure you use our promo code SANDWICH so they know we sent you.
So we got our food, and then we went over to Starbucks because he didn't want to be distracted. He knew if we ate there in the restaurant, he would get distracted. So we went over to Starbucks, and we visited for about an hour, and then he had a call with Chick-fil-A corporate in Atlanta at 10.
Oh, yeah.
So he said, I got to be there for that. I really wish we could talk more. And the one thing he said to me that kind of stuck with me and it kind of made me a little sad. He said, gosh, you know, you were the biggest part of my life and my best friend from age 17 to about age 34. I mean, that is a huge part of my life. And he said, I I just didn't understand why we stopped talking. He said, I didn't know if it was because you associated me with another part of your life that you wanted to forget or what it was. But, he said he's married now with two older boys, but he said he talked to his wife about it, and his wife would say, gosh, you really miss Alan so much. Why don't you call him? And he would say, well, if he wanted to talk to me, he'd call me. So, like I said, whenever the last time I saw him, we didn't have a falling out. It was one of these stubborn guy things where, he can call me. Well, if he wants to talk to me, he'll call me. And that just went on for years and years and years until finally he texted me, and we didn't miss a beat. We started doing the same bits, same jokes from 20 years ago, when we were just laughing so hard.
Had he heard Hello Hand?
No, because
that was that. He was pre-Hello Hand.
He was pre-Hello Hand, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
So anyhow,
I guess that'll be your next reunion.
Yeah, we've made a pact that and I talked to him today, we texted each other today, and we made a pact that we really, at this point in our lives, it's not like we're going to see each other a lot, but we can do a better job of keeping in touch. And I guess the moral to this long ass story is
it's not long ass.
If you have people in your life that you think, gosh, we were close, or a family member, gosh, we were really close, and I really miss that. Don't be like me, and don't be like Todd. Don't be so prideful that you think, oh, well, they can reach out. Just pick up the phone or text them and say, hey, what's up? I haven't talked.
Is it still your number?
Yeah, I haven't talked to you in years. What's going on?
You never know.
And it made me feel so happy and good inside to see somebody like that used to be a big part of my life.
Good.
So I was trying to explain to Kellie.
And he got free Chick-fil-A gift cards.
Free Chick-fil-A, yeah.
I was really excited about that.
But I was trying to explain to Kellie about Todd, and it's weird because she's never met Todd.
Nope.
Never knew Todd. Has never talked to Todd. Yet, like I said, from age 17 to my mid-30s, he was my best friend.
What did you tell Todd about me?
Well, he knew a lot about you already.
How?
Because we've always been connected on social media.
Oh.
Yeah. So he follows me, I follow him, but we never spoke.
Oh.
It was just one of these, like, I would see every once in a while.
But still, what did you say about me?
Well, I can't remember.
You really can't?
Lots of good things, I'm sure.
Well, sure, it'd be nice to hear them. But that's okay. Everybody else can just fill in the blanks like I'll have to.
Well, I told him, it was all good stuff. I just said...
that I saved you.
I just didn't think... Well, I told him, I said, I didn't think my life would turn out this way. I didn't think that... You don't...
Nobody gets married to get divorced.
Yeah, you don't imagine things will turn out the way they did. I never would have thought that. But I told him it's almost like I've had two lives. I had one... Actually, I always tell my mom and dad, I think I've had three. My childhood... And then that time from when I was in my 20s to 40, early 20s to 40, and then 40 to now is like a whole nother life, or like mid 40s, kind of like when we met, mid 40s to now is a whole nother life. So anyhow, we were just kind of reminiscing, and I was telling him about that and what we do, the podcast and all the marketing stuff we do, the Can-Am stuff we do.
And how much we love Chick-fil-A.
And Chick-fil-A,
he gave me
a fat stack of all these cards that get me free stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited. Well, community property.
Yeah. So anyhow, sorry, babe, I'm running along here, but saw my friend Todd on the way to Sturgis, and it was wonderful. We just, even though we only visited for like an hour, it was really great. And then I finished the ride the second day, got up to Sturgis about 6 o'clock, I guess. 6 or 7. Yeah, about 6 o'clock. And met up with Patrick and got to the cabin. And then, the next day we worked at the booth. And I was only there 2 days this time because I got up there so late.
Well, you saw, a couple of interesting things. I don't know. Did you go back to the bar where the lady opened beer bottles with her butt?
Oh, Aries?
Yeah.
No,
I didn't. That.
I did not go to the One-Eyed Jack's. That place is lewd.
And you heard that that White, the guy from MMA, What's his
Dana
name?
White?
Dana White was there, but you didn't see him.
I didn't see him. Richard Rawlings was there for sure.
But did you see him?
I didn't see him. I saw pictures of him.
Because Richard Rawlings has a new restaurant up there. That's why
Yeah,
he
he's
was
got
there.
he opened
the
a Gas Monkey.
And you heard Kevin Costner was riding around up there, which is plausible because he lives sort of in that area, right?
So I was talking to this dude from Alberta, Canada, another biker, and he said, yeah, we saw Kevin Costner on the main. There's two main drags, Lozelle Street and Main, and he said we saw him on Lozelle, just riding his motorcycle.
Yeah.
I'm like,
wonder
how
if
did you
standing
really
there-
know it was him?
I wonder if I was standing there and said, Kevin, if he would remember me from the interview.
He's your pal.
I know. We had a connection.
Yeah.
And then you saw the emu on the head. Now, that was a stuffed thing, right? That wasn't a real emu.
So the best people watching in the world, I'm telling you guys, is in Sturgis. It's better than New Orleans. It's better than Las Vegas. It is amazing. So yeah, I'm just standing there in the booth and I look across the street. There's a guy, just a normal looking guy with a t-shirt and jeans on. He's walking down the street, just walking, not doing anything special, not singing, nothing weird, walking. And he had an emu, like a life-sized emu.
But it was stuffed.
Yeah.
Okay.
On his head.
Just being sure, because it looked real.
If you don't know what an emu is, it's like a half-sized
Emu.
it's like a
and
half-sized
Doug.
ostrich.
What is it? Emu, emu, and Doug. That commercial for insurance.
I don't know what the hell that is.
The insurance commercial on TV.
Oh.
Something emu and Doug. With the emu. You watch TV all the time, Alan.
I got nothing.
Oh my goodness. It looks like a big ostrich, basically.
Anyway, this guy was walking down the street with an emu hat on. A lot of painted ladies, big player.
That's topless with paint instead of clothing.
Pretty much.
And lingerie.
Pretty much.
In lieu of.
That's a big play. In lieu of. That's a big player. Patrick and his son. It was just me, Patrick, and his son this year because two of the other guys, they couldn't go for some really personal reasons. But anyway.
Tell.
I cannot do that.
Okay.
But it was me, Patrick, and his son. One night, they were going to go out to this venue called the Buffalo Chip. It's a big concert venue. And Marilyn Manson was playing.
I am out.
They said, do you want to go? And I said, well, I want to see the Buffalo Chip, but I just don't know about Marilyn Manson. It's like $120 to get in. I mean, I know one Marilyn Manson song.
Which one?
The beautiful people. The beautiful people.
Oh, yeah. Now that you say it.
In the size of your steeple. The beautiful people. Something like that.
I don't know.
So anyway, they went out. I stayed back at I slept on the couch the entire time, which is fine. Very nice couch. But I just pulled the covers over myself on that couch and just got in the fetal. They went out there and they said, you didn't miss much.
Wasn't your scene?
Well,
Wasn't their scene.
Wasn't their scene. They said one of the first things they saw was a guy headbanging, but he had a
male appendage.
A plastic or rubber male appendage on his hat.
Yeah.
So as he was headbanging, this thing was flopping around.
Oh.
So they saw that.
I bet that was funny.
Yeah. So they saw that. They were back pretty early. They were back by like midnight.
Oh.
So they said
That's a lot of money for just to see that.
Yeah. They say you didn't miss much. And then I guess the only other thing I did that I've never done, I rode out to this thing called the Full Throttle Saloon. And it's the biggest biker bar in the world. Just, it looks like an airplane hangar, babe. It's so big. There's multiple stages, multiple bars inside. But I was telling Kelly, there was a band playing. It was the middle of the day. I just went out there in the middle of the day, and it was still packed. But there was this band playing on the second stage, and it was the dude's, I'm forgetting his name, Keel. Remember I told you?
Keen Band or Keel?
Robert Keane?
Keel?
Keel. It was Keel.
Yeah.
Anyway, this dude was killing it. I mean, his band was freaking amazing. Ron Keel.
There you go.
Ron Keel band.
Yeah, I looked him up on Wikipedia and I just sat there and read his entire resume to Alan, and it was pretty interesting.
Dude's been around.
Yeah. So anyway, and then the next day you came back and did the Iron Butt.
And then I just decided, I told Kelly it's going to be a last minute decision. I just decided to do an Iron Butt coming back. So left Sturgis at 8 a.m. and I had to get to Guthrie, Oklahoma, which is 852 miles from Sturgis. So that took me until 11 p.m.
That way you can get some sleep.
That way I can get 4 or 5 hours of sleep, get up the next morning and finish the remaining 150 miles. Now I cut it close because I don't know if I miscalculated or what, but I said, the latest I'm going to leave is 6:00 in the morning. And, that cut it really close because that gave me from 6:00 to 8:30. No, I left Sturgis at 7:30, which meant, because when I switched time zones, that meant I had from 6 a.m. to 8:30 to finish. So I had 2.5 hours to go 150 miles, which sounds easy, but I cut it pretty close.
Yeah, but you did it.
Yeah. So I did 1,012 miles in 23 hours and 44 minutes.
There you go.
So I did it.
Congratulations.
Number three.
Number three.
Number three.
And you said there is something even. What's the next level? It's 1,500. What is it?
The bun burner.
And that's not in 24 hours. That's a little like 30.
There's a bun burner 1,500 that you can do in 30 hours.
Oof.
And there's a bun burner gold that you can do in 24 hours. So
how many miles is that?
1,500 in 24 hours.
Oh, that's
hard.
Dangerous,
to do.
I would think.
That is hard to do. You can only sleep for like 2 hours.
Yeah, let's not do that one.
I'll do the bun. I wouldn't mind trying the bun burner regular, which is 1,500 in 30 hours. There's no freaking way I'm doing 1,500 in 24 hours.
Well, I told him he could maybe drive to South Carolina and turn around and come back, maybe.
Yeah.
It's not a very exciting route if you go just interstate the whole way.
There are so many challenges you can do, babe.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's one is on my life bucket list. I've told you this before. Key West to the top of Alaska. That's one of them. They give you 30 days to do that one. And then
I don't know.
That's a life bucket list.
You need to find somebody else who also has that as a life bucket list.
So I don't get eaten by a bear.
Why don't you do it by yourself? That's a lot. You need to have a buddy.
What happened to Alan? He got eaten by a polar bear.
Oh, that's what we heard. I mean, you could just take off and do a whole new life, a new social security number and all that, and I'd never know the difference.
Oh, but there's one that sounded so cool. And I was telling Todd, because he lives in Colorado, you start at the top of Pikes Peak, which is the highest spot. It's 14,800 and something. It's the highest spot in the contiguous 48. And you go down to the lowest spot, which is Death Valley, California. And it's about 900 miles, 980 miles or something. And you get 24 hours. It's called the Heaven to Hell. So I wouldn't mind trying that one. That seems like that'd be fun. I'd go up to Colorado, see Todd for a day, then drive up to the top or ride up to the top of Pikes Peak and then go all the way down to.
It'd be nice if you could find
That'd
somebody
be pretty
to do
cool.
it with, though.
You ride with me.
I don't want to do that.
Oh.
But I love it for you. And if you could find, like Ewan McGregor has his buddy that he does that stuff with, that'd be really nice if you could find a like-minded person, your own Charlie.
Charlie Borman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while Alan was doing all that, I took my daughter to the University of Arkansas, where, as we are recording, she should be wrapping up her, what day is today? I don't even know how many days she's been going through Rush.
Today is Wednesday the 13th.
She has been doing Rush since she had stuff starting this past Saturday, where they had a big meeting just introducing all the sororities, and the Rush started the next day, and it's just been nonstop. But by this Saturday, she'll know who she is. That's when she finds out what sorority she's going to be in. So it's a really exciting time. I want to tell you all about that. But first, I used to think I was just bad at sleeping. It turns out my mattress was just bad at being a mattress. Every night was the same. I'd get either too hot. I'd wake up whenever Alan rolled over. I'd wake up with lower back pain and more tired when I wake up than I was when I went to bed, which is not the point of sleeping. We needed a new mattress. So I did some online research and I found Helix mattresses. Alan took their 2-minute sleep quiz and we were matched with their king-sized Helix Dusk Luxe. Dare I say, it changed our lives, Alan.
It has.
It really has. We've got room to breathe. We don't have to touch each other unless we really want to. When Alan rolls over, I don't feel him. I'm not sweating through my pajamas. I don't have to walk around for 10 minutes every morning when I wake up to work out the kinks. Helix is that good. at what they do. And if you're tired of being tired, maybe it's time to get you a new mattress. Take the Helix Sleep Quiz and find your perfect mattress. It'll be shipped straight to your door, and get ready for your best sleep ever.
Go to helixsleep.com/sandwich for early access to their Labor Day sale and save 20% off your entire order. That's helixsleep.com/sandwich, and be sure to enter our show name after checkout so they know we sent you. helixsleep.com/sandwich.
So Emma Kellie, it was a mad rush to get out of the house. Not, I wouldn't say that necessarily, but I had been piling up all of her college crap in the front living room and the guest room. It was everywhere. And we had some big pieces to take up there. She had bags and bags of clothing, which, as I told you before, she thanked me for not saying anything about it, just letting her take all these clothes. And she had some pieces of furniture, storage, things like that. And people were like, well, why don't you just buy them when you get to Arkansas, Fayetteville? And I said, well, I heard that everything's so picked over there. I didn't want to risk getting up there and not being able to have storage and things
like
that she needed.
Walmart or Home Depot? Or?
Yeah. So anyway, Freddie and his wife, Emma Kellie's dad, Freddie, and his wife, Dana, they have a huge SUV. So we put some the big nightstand from IKEA combo that we bought from Scylla and Al. Well, actually, she ended up gifting it to me. She wouldn't take my money. She's so sweet. Put that back there. Emma Kellie in her car, it was a lot of clothes, things like that. And her dad drove her because Emma Kellie, she doesn't really care to drive that much. If there's another adult in the car, she'd prefer them to do it. And then I was in my car with the big storage drawers and just lamps and things like that. So Freddie and Dana came to the house to load up the SUVs. The plan was to take off by noon. That was our goal. And then Dana came to me and said, we left our drill at home. Got to go back and get the drill. I said, you know what? That's fine, because I'm running. This was still like 11:30. We're still in good shape. I said, that's fine. I still need to pack my little suitcase. I'm going to make me a little tomato sandwich. We had some beautiful tomatoes, Alan, but I wanted to eat that one last tomato so it wouldn't go bad while we were gone. You know, I hate to
tomato
waste.
sandwich, huh?
I made a tomato sandwich on white bread with Duke's mayonnaise and salt and pepper.
That sounds pretty good.
It's the best sandwich.
I'd throw a little bologna in there myself.
No.
A little bologna and flat cheese.
Why would you ruin it?
That wouldn't ruin it.
It ruins it. A tomato sandwich on white bread, Duke's mayonnaise, salt and pepper. It's what I grew up on, and I love it. So I made my sandwich. Anyway, gets to be about time for me to go. You know, we were going to just meet and go, right? Like meet at a rendezvous point. And I start looking for my phone, and I cannot find it anywhere.
It's like your wallet.
Gone. I look everywhere.
What's going on with this?
Thankfully, my laptop and my phone are connected. So I texted, hey, I've lost my phone. Is there any chance, I can't find it anywhere? Well, Emma Kellie did the Find My Phone, search for me on her phone, and my phone was with them. But they had no idea where. Somehow my phone got packed into a box. It was in the car, and their little 3-year-old, almost 4-year-old, heard it ringing and said, "It's in here. It's in here."
Oh, so they found,
and we found it was in a box.
Oh, wow!
So we ended up leaving about 30 minutes later than we planned, which was fine. It wasn't bad at all. So we get to Arkansas and we check in to a hotel. It just, we all end up staying at the same hotel. It's the closest one to the campus, and they tell us the hotel is completely sold out. We end up in adjoining rooms. Our rooms are right beside each other with the door adjoining. So anyway, that was just weird, But the next day, Freddie takes Emma Kellie. You had to go to this big stadium where you have to be there at your appointed time. 11 a.m. was her call time. And the night before, she stayed in the room. We took her bedding up there. She made the bed, and we helped her make her bed, and she spent the night in her dorm, but she didn't move in until the next day because the rooms are so shockingly small. You see them online. They show videos online, but until you're there in person, it's really small. So I went in there with her, and we got her bed made, and the other family, her roommate's family, Avery's family, said, "We will not be here tomorrow because there's going to be no room. You have to have all the room to get your stuff done," which was really nice. So Freddie went to get the key. Dana and I, we were ready. You had 30 minutes to park in this parking lot very close to the dorm. You had 30 minutes to unload everything. And then you had to move your car to another parking lot or get towed.
I don't think I've ever talked about it on this podcast before, but one day I was walking past the windows going upstairs and I noticed this greasy cooking smell. You know what I mean? It turns out it was our blinds. Something about the sun was breaking them down over the years. And who knows how long they were there before we bought our house. We needed new blinds bad, and that's what led me to 3-Day Blinds. I absolutely loved how easy they made the whole process. They send a professionally trained design consultant to your home. It's a free, no obligation, same-day quote. And they've got thousands of options to fit any budget and style. It's not just blinds. They've got shades, shutters, drapery too. 3-Day Blinds even has those motorized smart blinds that work with Alexa. Those are so cool. They take all the measurements. They handle the installation too. And it's perfect because I'm not handy. And what a difference it's made. This is an upgrade that makes your whole house feel refreshed and polished without having to do a big renovation. Right now, get quality window treatments that fit your budget with 3-Day Blinds. Head to 3dayblinds.com/sandwich for their buy one, get one 50% off deal on custom blinds, shades, and drapery. For a free, no charge, no obligation consultation, just head to 3dayblinds.com/sandwich. One last time, that's buy one, get one 50% off when you head to the 3dayblinds.com/sandwich. I think everybody's had that moment where they say, I should start my own business. Now, maybe you've got an amazing hot sauce recipe, or you've gotten really great at making candles or jewelry, and all your friends keep telling you you should sell that stuff. Well, what's stopping you? If you've been sitting on a business idea, Shopify makes it easy to make it happen. Everything you need to start selling is included and ready from day one. When your first customer is ready to buy, Shopify Checkout helps more people actually complete the purchase. And when they come back, their information's already saved. So checkout is quick and easy. One tap and they're done. Shopify handles all the technical stuff too, the setup and checkout, so you can spend your time growing your business and doing what you actually love. It's no wonder Shopify powers millions of businesses around the world, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to small businesses just getting started like yours. With Shopify, nothing stands between your idea and a real business, so go make it one. Start your free trial at shopify.com/sandwich. That's shopify.com/sandwich. One more time, shopify.com/sandwich. Now that I've reached a certain age, I realize how much my sleep affects me and everybody around me. It affects my energy, my mood, my patience. And I've also learned that I don't need to waste a lot on fancy sleep gadgets, because one of the best things I've done is upgrade to Boll and Branch sheets. I noticed the difference from night one. They are incredibly soft, so breathable. It's because Boll and Branch's sheets are made with 100% organic cotton that's woven specifically for airflow. Now I don't wake up feeling hot with sheets sticking to my legs anymore. My sheets keep me cool and comfortable all night long. And they've actually gotten softer with every wash. They even did a survey of their customers. 94% of them said the same thing. I love my Boll and Branch sheets, and honestly, I can't imagine ever going back to any other bedding. Sleep cooler this summer with Boll and Branch during their annual summer event. For a limited time, get 20% off site-wide at bollandbranch.com/sandwich with code SANDWICH. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND, branch.com/sandwich. Code SANDWICH to take 20% off. bollandbranch.com/sandwich, code SANDWICH. Exclusions apply.
They had so many students there help. Can I help you carry anything? Because they know you're in a time crunch. And they had these gigantic carts. So we got it all done in 30 minutes.
They had volunteers there?
The students volunteer.
Really?
I guess that's how they
cool.
get. I guess that's how they get their hours for things they're doing, community service hours. But they were so helpful. These kids were so nice.
That's a lot different from when I moved in.
Yeah. When back in the day before Instagram, nobody did all this crap to their dorm rooms, decorating. You just moved. I was telling them,
I threw up a Metallica poster and a Guns N' Roses
I didn't
poster
have that.
and a couple of chicks, and
I did none of that.
I was done.
We just made our beds and filled our closets. We didn't do any decorations, and all of our bedspreads didn't match. We had 4 girls and 2 sets of bunk beds.
Yeah.
Nobody cared. But now, we had to coordinate everything. So we get up there and we start going. Dana and I start going to town. Dana gets out that drill. I have never been more turned on by a woman than I was my ex-husband's wife. She was going to town with that drill.
It's kind of weird.
She was putting stuff together. It was just like,
it's kind of a weird,
you go, girl.
It's kind of a weird thing to say, but in fact, of all the things you've ever said, I'd put that in the top 3.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's really weird.
She was working that drill.
That's really weird.
Okay, honey, you've established it's weird.
Yeah.
So she's putting together like the most complicated things with like no instructions. It's like little art where you're like, is that a screw? What is that a picture of? It was so difficult. I put together.
Was this IKEA stuff?
No, it was something we ordered off Amazon. So who knows where it came from? It had 15 different languages. Pick English and go. But there was no English. It was just pictures. So anyway, and Freddie the whole time he's on his phone checking emails. We got, working. I'm like, oh God, whatever. So we get the room done. He did help carry things. He was good at carrying things. But Dana and I, we knocked it out, but she gets most of the credit. Anyway, so after we're all done, and I'm just a hot mess. I'm just a mess. And Freddie's all crisp and clean because, he's been answering emails. Anyway, I've teased him about it. It's fine. We go to take a picture and, we're all smiling and everything. And then Freddie and Dana are leaving. They're going home because they got their little toddler with them. They got to get back. And so Dana's there taking pictures of Freddie and Emma Kellie hugging. And they got some beautiful pictures. And Freddie started crying a little bit. And Emma Kellie was crying after he left. It was just like this beautiful moment. And Emma Kellie let me hug her, Alan. That was a big deal. And then we just, dried the tears and got ready and went to dinner and everything was fine. Well, the next day, Emma Kellie had stuff to do, starting with her sorority. So I went to Home Depot. I went to TJ Maxx. I went to Walmart. I got like storage and things that, to fill the gaps of what we needed. And I had all these bags and I came back because I was going to go ahead and leave because even though I had the hotel room an extra day, she was going to start rush things. I wasn't going to see her anymore. I would just be twiddling my thumbs in a hotel room napping. I was like, I might as well just drive home. So I pull up in the parking lot. I got a really early start because this hotel, their parking garage was so full that all the people that didn't get there by, 4 or 5 o'clock, you were SOL. So you had to park on the street, but you had to move your car by 8 a.m. or you'd be towed. So I got a very early start on my days when I was there. So I got all my stuff done and I pull up in the parking lot and I text Emma Kellie. I called her. I said, come down and help me carry all these bags. I'm trying to take a nap. I said, get your butt down here to this parking lot and help me bring this stuff upstairs. So she comes schlepping down. She's so, her usual self. She helps me. And now, could I have carried all the bags by myself? It turns out I could have, but I didn't know that at the time until we got all loaded up. So we get up there and her roommate's trying to take a nap. And Emma Kellie's like, because they had to get up at like 5 a.m. They were just really wiped out. So I did all I could do really quick. And then I had to get all these bags of things. Those big moving bags they tell you about, those are lifesavers, really. So I had those loaded up with stuff to return, trash, everything. And Emma Kellie's like, I'll help you carry this down because there's no way I was going to do that in one trip. So we go all the way back down to the parking lot. It's 90 degrees. The sun's beating down on us. And I put all the stuff in the car and we're just the two of us standing there. There's nobody there to document it, nobody to take our pictures of us hugging or anything. And I just told her, I said, when you were a baby, like a newborn, I held you in my arms and I remember standing in the living room. I remember exactly where I was standing in my house and I looked down at you and I started crying because I knew I only had 18 years with you.
Oh.
And now
here
we are.
Here we are
18 years later.
Yeah.
And I got a little misty eyed. I didn't start crying, but I got a little misty. And then I held my arms out and she came and hugged me.
Aww.
She let me hug her.
Good.
And I just held her for a while. She let me kiss her on the head twice. Huge deal.
Huge.
And I told her, I said, the house is going to be so quiet now without you. Sort of like exactly like
Really?
when you're there. I said, it's sort of like exactly like when you're there.
Uh-huh.
And she laughed. And I said, but I am going to miss all your friends piling over at 11 o'clock at night. I'm going to miss you texting me for upstairs or calling me and telling me you're hungry.
I like those
So,
guy friends she has that she
they're
brings
very
over.
polite.
They run in there. I'll be posted up in the big man easy chair, and they'll come run in there and say, "Hello, sir."
Yeah, they're
and
very
shake my
polite.
hand.
Very polite
Like,
boys.
how are you doing? Good to see you. They're like, yeah, how are you? And they talk about what's on TV and make conversation.
I know. Nice
I like
guys.
those guys.
Nice
They're
guys.
great guys.
Very nice. She had some good friends.
Yeah.
But anyway, I got just a little misty, and that was really it. And I said, well, see you next Saturday. Bye. She just left.
Yeah.
And that was our big.
So at some point, she's just got to walk off.
Yeah, and she just.
Yeah.
I kind of sat there and watched her walk away, and I was waiting for the tears to come, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good, but I'm going to see her on Saturday because I'm going back for bid day. And I don't know, maybe if there were other people around and somebody taking pictures, maybe it would have been more emotional. Maybe if we weren't standing in that blistering sun with sweating,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just, it wasn't. And everybody was messaging me, are you okay? I'm praying for you. Are you good, sister? I got you, and I'm like, I'm fine. I'm really fine. I came home and Alan wasn't here. So KK, our friend's in town visiting. She moved away a few months ago, but she was back visiting. So I had a handful of people over to the house, and we just, ordered some fajitas and some margaritas, and we just kind of visited. And then the next day I got in Emma Kelly's bedroom and I started going to town. I was cleaning out her bathroom cabinets and organizing stuff. There turns out there's a lot of stuff she forgot, like medications and things like that. So I've got it all laid out on her bed, and I told her, we're going to FaceTime one time before I come back, and I'm going to show you everything, and you tell me yes, no, what am I bringing or not. But yeah, she's been busy with Rush all week. I've barely talked to her, and it's just, it is what it is.
A couple of things. I don't remember when my parents took me up to tech and I'm loading my stuff in. I don't remember it being a super emotional moment for anybody. I guess boys are probably different.
Well, I've talked to several of my friends about it, and my friend Shanda, she was saying when she dropped her son off at college, he was the oldest, she sobbed and
Oh, really?
sobbed. But when they dropped off their daughter, it was the dad that got real emotional and was a wreck. And I've talked to other people. It's just everybody's different.
Everybody's different, sure.
My mother was like, when they dropped me off at college, she cried the whole drive back home. It was like a 5-hour drive. And when my brother left, because he had to drive himself to college, it was like in Tennessee. My parents didn't take him. He was taking a car. And she said when he left, she just fell apart. She went and got in his bed and was smelling his pillows.
Oh, gosh.
I know. And I'm like, is something wrong with me? Because I'm not having those feelings.
Well,
but,
I don't know.
Maybe after this Saturday when I go to see her bid day, and I don't know, then I'm going to turn around and it's going to be time to go see her for parents' weekend. It's not like,
Yeah.
I mean, she's 4.5 hours away.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm a bad mom because I'm not all upset and I'm not a wreck.
Well, there were a couple of social media messages that I saw. How come Alan didn't go? Why didn't Alan go? Well,
I didn't see those.
Yeah, a couple of reasons. Number one, I was in Sturgis. Number two, I did offer to go.
Yeah, there was no need.
That's what I was told. Number three, even after I was told there's no need, I said, well, why don't I just ride back from Sturgis and go straight to Fayetteville? It's only 937 miles.
Yeah.
I could do that.
You were going to do that.
Almost do that in a freaking day, and I could be there in time to at least see her room and help you get back.
Yeah, but you can go another weekend and see
Yeah.
it. But I told
So
Alan,
it wasn't that I didn't want to.
No,
It
coincided with Sturgis.
just kind of didn't work out.
It just didn't work. It coincided with Sturgis. It was the 85th anniversary. Patrick needed your help. There was nobody else going. And there was really, it was butts to elbows in that room as it was with us.
That's what I thought it would be. It would be too many people.
It was so much. And like Alan said, he offered to come back. And I said, but I wasn't even sure at that point if I was going to be staying long enough. And if you would have decided to come through Fayetteville, I'd have been stuck there waiting for you an extra day.
Yeah, that's true.
So it really worked out. I'm not mad, and Kelly's not mad. Nobody's mad.
I said,
so nobody needs to have an attitude about it. It was fine.
So I knew that this is what was going to happen. So I said goodbye to Emma Kelly
The night before she left, yeah.
the night before I left.
Yeah, that's right, because you took off for Sturgis. That's
yeah.
right.
So I just gave her a couple of words of encouragement and said, hey, look, like I tell the boys, if you need anything, just text. The only time I don't respond to a text or a call is when I'm on the bike. Every other time I told her, I said, so if there's anything you need, just let us know.
Well, you even have the Bluetooth. You try to answer on the bike.
I try to answer on the bike
Bad
sometimes.
connection sometimes.
Yeah. But anyhow.
Well, it's funny. Every time I try calling Emma Kellie, it goes to voicemail and she's, sorry, I was in the shower. I'm like, man, you're the cleanest college co-ed ever. She's not a big talker on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
But at least she's been group texting us, letting us know about her, sorority journey. And all my girlfriends are so invested because they either were in sororities or have daughters or friends who are in sororities. So it's like a big group, I don't know, a peanut gallery. I don't know the right word I'm looking for. They were all just waiting to see what she gets. And, I told her when I go back for bid day, everybody said, as a parent, you really should go because sometimes it doesn't go the way your daughter wants. And, no matter where she lands, she's going to be really excited. I think it'll be fine. But I told him, Kelly, look, I'm not going to pay $400 for a hotel room. I'm going to get up early Saturday morning, drive up there 4.5 hours, and I'm going to see what happens, see where you get, what you get. And I said, I just want you to spend 30 minutes with me. I said, that's all I need. If you can commit 30 minutes to me, I will do all this. I said, otherwise, I can just give all your stuff you forgot to your dad because he's going with Dana. I said, I can just give it all to them. And she said, no, I want you to come. So I felt good when she said that. But then I found out that there's actually a big deal they do for the parents because a lot of parents do go for that day. So when you go to whichever house she ends up in, they have a huge food spread. They do tours of the sorority house. So there's going to be stuff for me to do. But I think somebody told me like by about 3:00, that part of it for me is over. And then the girls want to go hang out. So then I'll probably turn around then and come on home. So That's the plan. That's the plan.
I was in TKB.
Taking care of business? No.
Tapa Kega Brewer.
Oh.
All right, babe.
Did you not care at all about being in a frat?
I didn't just because it wasn't even something I thought about when I went up there, but I was so fortunate that the 6th floor of my my dorm, I knew everybody on the floor. I mean, all 50-something guys. And we all played sports together. We played intramural sports together. We played intramural football. And we had a really good team. We ended up being the best team on the campus and got to play in Jones Stadium in the championship game for flag football. So that was fun. We played.
So it's like you had a fraternity.
It's like I had a bunch of guys
without
that I was
all the
close
rules
with.
and the dues.
Yeah. I mean, so it worked out really well. And like I mentioned, my friend across the hall, Todd, and then his roommate Brandon, and then my roommate Brian, we were all tight, and then really tight with all the guys. I don't know if you remember, you and I went to, for your birthday, we went to a Def Leppard tribute band over at Haywire.
Yeah.
Do you remember meeting my friends from Texas Tech? They came over and said hello.
I seem to remember that, yeah.
Those, let's see. Both those guys you met lived on my floor with me at Tech. So that's how I knew them,
And you've kept in touch since?
I mean, not really.
You should try to do like a reunion of that floor.
Yeah, every
Wouldn't
once
that
in a
be
while.
fun?
Every once in a while, I'll see them. But
you should try to get together like a reunion of your floor.
That'd be pretty cool.
I bet you and Todd have enough mutual connections. Y'all could piece it together.
Yeah, we probably
do a weekend. Go to a football game at Tech.
Yeah, I'm sure
tailgate.
I'm sure we could. Everybody's pretty spread out, but I'm sure we could figure that out.
Get a few of them together at least.
Yeah, but anyhow, is there anything else we missed?
No, that's pretty much life right now. That's life.
There you go.
That's it.
Okay, so in summary, go to Facebook, Operation Once in a Lifetime, give them a follow, and buy you some raffle tickets to win that Corvette.
That's how you won your resto mod.
I won a car, okay?
From Operation Once in a Lifetime.
Doing the same thing. So
seriously, not rigged at all. In fact, it was a live drawing, and they drew a ticket, and there was no information on it at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then you were the second ticket that was drawn.
Mm-hmm. And Patrick was telling me, he said that he raffled off like this Resto Mod truck one time, like a really cool old truck, but it was all souped up. And he said the dude that bought it only bought like $100 worth of tickets, and there were a lot of tickets in there. So that just goes to show you, I mean, the more tickets you buy, the better your chances are mathematically. but he won with just like 4 tickets.
And how many do you bought like 200 or 300 worth?
Oh, when I won the car?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought a lot of tickets.
Yeah, $200 or $300 worth because it's a donation.
Yeah.
To the charity.
Right.
And you can learn more about that at Operation Once in a Lifetime. The best place, go to their website. Go to the Facebook page. Don't go to the website. The Facebook page has everything there. But I'll hopefully have some great news next podcast about the sorority.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited. I never did any of that, so I'm living a little vicariously through my daughter.
Good, babe. All right, babe. You got anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, love you desperately.
I love you.
Love our
Welcome
listeners
home.
desperately. Thank you. I'm glad we're kind of getting the groove here. You've been on European vacations and moving in with Kellie and Sturgis.
We're back in the grind, babe.
Maybe we can get back into somewhat of a routine here. And I'm sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.